Now let us delve into the depths of this concept, for it is not merely a phrase of encouragement, but a fundamental truth of the universe itself. You see, in this vast cosmos, in this grand tapestry of existence, you are both the creator and the creation. Your journey, your struggles, your aspirations, they are all part of a divine plan, a plan that you yourself have set in motion. When I say, please keep going, you're so close, I am not speaking of a physical distance or a tangible goal. No, my dear friends, I am speaking of a state of consciousness, a realm of being that exists within you at this very moment. It is a state of perfection, of completion, of absolute fulfillment. And you are so much closer to it than you can possibly imagine. Consider for a moment the nature of your desires. Whatever it is that you seek, be it love, abundance, health, or success, know that these desires are not random occurrences. They are not whims or fancies that float aimlessly in your mind. No, they are seeds planted by the divine within you, seeds that contain within them the very essence of their fulfillment. When you feel a burning desire for something, when you can taste it, touch it, feel it in your imagination, know that you are experiencing the end result in a dimension beyond the physical. In that moment of imagining, you are living from the end. You are experiencing the fulfillment of your desire in the only place it can truly exist, in your consciousness. So why, you may ask, do we sometimes feel stuck? Why does it seem that our desires are far from our grasp? The answer, my friends, lies in our perception of time and space. We have been conditioned to believe in a linear progression of events, in a world of cause and effect, where our desires must be pursued, chased, and conquered. But I tell you this, the world you see around you is nothing but a shadow, a reflection of your inner state. The events and circumstances of your life are not happening to you, they are happening from you. They are the outpicturing of your consciousness, the manifestation of your dominant thoughts and beliefs. When I urge you to keep going, I am not asking you to struggle or to fight against the current of life. No, I am inviting you to persist in your assumption of the wish fulfilled. I am asking you to continue living from the end, to maintain that feeling of your desire already being a reality. You see, the bridge of incidents that leads to the manifestation of your desire in the physical world is not built by your hands. It is constructed by a power far greater than your conscious mind can comprehend. This power, which some call God, others call the subconscious, and I often refer to as your wonderful human imagination, knows the perfect way to bring about the fulfillment of your desire. Your only task, your sole responsibility, is to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, to live in the end, to experience in your imagination the joy, the satisfaction, the absolute knowing that your desire is already yours. And in doing so, you set in motion forces beyond your comprehension, forces that will move heaven and earth to bring about the manifestation of your assumption. Now let us ponder for a moment on the concept of being so close in the world of Kisa. In the realm of physical senses, closeness is measured by distance and time. But in the realm of consciousness, in the dimension of imagination, there is no distance, no time, no separation between you and your desire. In fact, the very existence of your desire is proof of its fulfillment. For how could you desire something if it did not already exist in a dimension beyond the physical? Your desire is a glimpse into the infinite possibilities that exist in the realm of pure potential. It is a call from your future self, inviting you to step into that reality. So when I say you're so close, I am reminding you of this truth, that in consciousness, in the only place that truly matters, you are already one with your desire. You are not moving towards it. You are moving from it. Every moment that you maintain the assumption of your wish fulfilled, you are strengthening that reality, making it more and more dominant in your consciousness until it has no choice but to reflect in your physical experience. My dear friends, understand this, the world of Caesar, the world of physical senses, is always secondary. It is always a reflection, a shadow of your inner world. Your true power lies not in manipulating external circumstances, but in controlling your inner conversations, your mental diet, your assumptions about yourself and the world around you. When you find yourself doubting when the physical world seems to contradict your desire, remember this. What you are seeing is the shadow of past thoughts and beliefs. It is the harvest of seeds planted in the past. But in this moment right now, you have the power to plant new seeds, to assume a new state, to live from the end of your desire fulfilled. The feeling of being close, of being on the verge of a breakthrough, is not something to be sought externally. It is a state to be assumed, a feeling to be inhabited. When you truly understand this, when you grasp the immense power of your imagination, you will realize that you are never far from your desire. You are always just one assumption away from living in the end. Consider the story of the Israelites wandering in the desert for 40 years. They were always just on the outskirts of the promised land, always so close, yet their doubts, their fears, their inability to assume the state of already being in the land of milk and honey kept them wandering. But the moment they assumed the state of being in the promised land, the moment they lived from that assumption, the walls of Jericho fell, and they entered into their inheritance. You, my dear listener, are in a similar position. The promised land of your fulfilled desire is not a physical place, but a state of consciousness, and you are always just one assumption away from entering it. The walls that seem to separate you from your desire are not made of stone and mortar, but of beliefs and assumptions. And they must fall when you assume the state of your wish fulfilled. So I implore you, please keep going. Not in the sense of struggling or striving, but in the sense of persisting in your assumption. Keep going in living from the end. Keep going in feeling the reality of your desire fulfilled. For you are so close, closer than you can possibly imagine. Remember, the kingdom of heaven is within you. The fulfillment of all your desires exists within you right now. It is not something to be attained, but something to be realized, to be assumed, to be lived from. And as you persist in this assumption, as you continue to live from the end, you will find that the outer world has no choice but to conform to your inner conviction. Now let us delve deeper into the mechanics of this process, for understanding is the first step towards mastery. When you imagine your desire fulfilled, when you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you are literally rearranging the substance of the universe. You are impressing upon the subconscious mind a new concept of self, a new pattern that it must outpicture in your physical reality. The subconscious mind, you see, is the creative power of the universe. It is God in action. It knows no limitations, no impossibilities. It does not question or analyze. It simply accepts and expresses what is impressed upon it. And what is impressed upon it most dominantly? Your assumptions, your inner conversations, your mental diet. When you consistently assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, when you make it a habit to live from the end, you are feeding your subconscious mind with the seeds of your desire. And just as a seed planted in fertile soil must grow and express itself, so too must your assumption grow and express itself in your physical reality. But here's where many stumble, where many lose faith and give up just short of the finish line. You see, between the planting of the seed and the harvest, there is often a period of silence, a time when nothing seems to be happening. In the physical world, it may appear as though your desire is still far off, as though your efforts are in vain. This, my dear friends, is the true test of faith. This is where I implore you to keep going, for you are so close. This period of apparent inactivity is not a sign of failure. It is the gestation period of your desire. Just as a pregnant woman does not doubt the reality of the child growing within her womb, even though she cannot see it, so too must you not doubt the reality of your desire growing in the womb of your subconscious mind. During this time, it is crucial that you maintain your assumption. Do not waver, do not doubt, do not give in to the evidence of your physical senses. For remember, what you are seeing in the outer world is the shadow of past thoughts and beliefs. It is the harvest of seeds planted in the past. But in this moment, right now, you are planting new seeds. You are assuming a new state. And if you persist, if you keep going, you will see the manifestation of this new state. Think of it like this. Imagine you are in a dark room and you've just turned on the light. For a moment, your eyes may still see darkness. But does that mean the light isn't on? Of course not. There's simply a brief delay between the action of turning on the light and your eyes adjusting to perceive it. Your manifestation works in much the same way. The moment you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, it is done. The light is on. Your only task is to persist in this assumption until your physical senses catch up to this new reality. Now let me share with you a powerful technique to help you persist in your assumption, to keep going when doubt and fear try to creep in. It's a technique I call living in the end, and it's as simple as it is profound. Each night, as you lay down to sleep, and each morning as you wake, take a few moments to imagine a scene that implies the fulfillment of your desire. Make this scene as vivid and as real as you possibly can. Engage all your senses. If your desire is for a loving relationship, feel the warmth of your loved one's embrace. If it's for financial abundance, feel the crisp notes in your hands, smell the leather of your new car, hear the congratulations of your friends on your frock. If it's for perfect health, feel the vitality in your body, the ease of movement, the joy of boundless energy. Live in this scene, immerse yourself in it completely. Feel the satisfaction, the joy, the absolute knowing that your desire is now a reality. And as you drift off to sleep, or as you start your day, carry this feeling with you. Let it color your perceptions. Let it inform your actions. Let it become your new reality. You see, my dear friends, your subconscious mind does not distinguish between what you vividly imagine and what you actually experience in the physical world. By living in the end in your imagination, you are literally experiencing the fulfillment of your desire. And your subconscious mind, accepting this as reality, will work tirelessly to bring about the circumstances that match this new self-concept. Now I can hear some of you thinking, but Neville, I've been doing this and still my desire hasn't manifested. How long must I keep going? And to you, I say this: as long as it takes. For time is a construct of the human mind, a convenience for organizing our physical experiences. In the realm of consciousness, in the dimension where all possibilities exist, there is no time. Your desire is not something to be achieved in the future. It is a state to be assumed now. The moment you genuinely assume the feeling of the wish fulfillment, it is done. The seed is planted. And just as you wouldn't dig up a seed to see if it's growing, do not constantly check your physical reality to see if your desire has manifested. Trust in the law, have faith in the process, and keep going. Remember, you're so close. Closer than you can possibly imagine. For in truth, there is no distance between you and your desire. The only separation is in your mind, in your assumption of lack or limitation. The moment you drop these limiting beliefs, the moment you fully assume the state of your wish fulfilled, you will find that your desire has been there all along, waiting for you to claim it. Consider the story of the prodigal son. He left his father's house, wandered in a far country, experienced lack and limitation. But the moment he remembered who he truly was, the moment he assumed his rightful place as the beloved son, he found that the abundance of his father's house had been there all along. He didn't have to earn it or achieve it. He simply had to claim it, to assume it, to live from it. You, my dear listener, are in the same position. The abundance, the love, the health, the success you desire, is all there in your Father's house in the realm of pure potential. You don't have to earn it or achieve it. You simply have to assume it, to live from it, to keep going in the absolute conviction that it is already yours. Now let me address another common stumbling block. Many of you may be thinking, but Neville, what about action? Don't I need to do something to make my desire a reality? And to this I say action is important. But it's not the cause of your manifestation, it's the effect. When you truly assume the state of the wish fulfilled, when you live from the end, you will find yourself naturally inspired to take the right actions. These actions will not feel like struggle or effort. They will feel natural, joyful, almost effortless. For you will be acting not from a place of lack or need, but from a place of abundance and fulfillment. Think of it like this. If you were already the person who has what you desire, how would you act? What decisions would you make? How would you carry yourself? This is the kind of action I'm talking about. It's not about forcing yourself to do things you think you should do. It's about naturally embodying the state of your wish fulfilled in every aspect of your life. And here's a crucial point. Even as you take inspired action, do not fall into the trap of thinking that these actions are the cause of your manifestation. The cause is always your assumption, your state of consciousness. The actions are simply the bridge of incidents that your subconscious mind constructs to lead you to the fulfillment. So please keep going. Keep assuming the state of the wish fulfilled. Keep living from the end. For you are so close, so incredibly close to the manifestation of your desire. The only thing standing between you and your desire is your assumption of separation from it. Drop that assumption, and you will find that what you seek has been seeking you all along. Now, let me share with you another powerful technique to help you persist in your assumption, to keep going when the world of Caesar seems to contradict your desire. It's a technique I call revision, and it's a way of rewriting your past to align with your desired future. You see, many of us carry the weight of past failures, disappointments, and negative experiences. These memories can act as barriers, preventing us from fully assuming the state of our wish fulfilled. But here's the truth. The past only exists in your memory. And memory, my dear friends, is imagination applied to the past. Just as you can imagine a desired future, you can reimagine your past. And in doing so, you can remove the mental blocks that stand between you and your desire. Here's how it works. Each night, before you sleep, review the events of your day. But instead of accepting them as they appear to happen, revise them. Reimagine them in a way that aligns with your desire, with the person you want to be. If someone was rude to you, revise the scene. Imagine them being kind and respectful. If you made a mistake at work, revise it. See yourself performing flawlessly. If you received bad news, revise it. Hear yourself receiving good news instead. This is not about denying reality or living in fantasy. It's about understanding that your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. And by changing your inner world, your memorials, your assumptions, your self-concept, you change the reflection. As you practice revision consistently, you'll find that your past no longer has power over you. You'll be free to fully assume the state of your wish fulfilled without the weight of past failures holding you back. And remember, you're revising not just for a better feeling, but to impress upon your subconscious mind a new concept of self, a new pattern that it must express in your future experiences. Now I can hear some of you thinking, but Neville, this all sounds too good to be true. Surely it can't be this simple, and to you I say it is this simple. But that doesn't mean it's always easy. The simplicity of the law often becomes a stumbling block for those who are used to struggle and complexity. You see, we've been conditioned to believe that anything worthwhile must be difficult to attain. We've been taught that success requires hard work, sacrifice, and often a bit of luck. But I tell you this, the only hard work required is the work of changing your assumptions, of disciplining your mind to consistently assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This inner work, this mental discipline, can indeed be challenging. It requires vigilance, persistence, and faith. But compared to the endless struggle of trying to change the outer world without first changing your inner world, it is infinitely easier and more effective. So please keep going. Keep doing this inner work. Keep assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, for you are so close, so incredibly close to the tipping point, to the moment when your assumption becomes your reality. Remember, every moment is a new opportunity to assume the state of your wish fulfilled. Every breath is a chance to live from the end. Don't wait for the perfect moment, for the stars to align, for all conditions to be favorable. The perfect moment is now. The power is within you always. Now, let me address another common concern. Many of you may be wondering, but Neville, what if I have multiple desires? Should I focus on one at a time, or can I manifest multiple things simultaneously? To this I say you are not limited in your ability to manifest. The power of your wonderful human imagination is infinite. Just as the sun shines on all things equally without diminishing its light, so too can you assume the fulfillment of multiple desires without diluting your creative power. The key is to understand that all your desires, no matter how varied they may seem, stem from one fundamental desire. The desire to experience a greater expression of your true self. Whether you desire love, wealth, health, or success, what you're really seeking is a fuller expression of who you truly are. So instead of thinking of your desires as separate goals to be achieved, think of them as different aspects of yourself it assumes. Create in your imagination a version of yourself that embodies all these desires fulfilled. See yourself as the person who has the loving relationship, the financial abundance, the vibrant health, the successful career. Feel the satisfaction, the joy, the peace that comes from being this ideal version of yourself. Make this your new self-concept. Live from this state, and you will find that all your desires begin to manifest, not as separate achievements, but as natural expressions of who you have become. Remember, the outer world is always a reflection of your inner state. As you assume this new ideal self-concept, your outer world must rearrange itself to match this inner reality. It has no choice. It is law. Now, I want to address a question that often arises when one begins to understand the power of their imagination. Many ask, but Neville, if my imagination creates reality, why do bad things happen? Why is there suffering in the world? This is a profound question, and it touches on the very nature of our existence. You see, the power of imagination is indeed absolute, but it operates according to our assumptions and beliefs, both conscious and unconscious. Many of us, without realizing it, hold beliefs of limitation, lack, and separation. We accept as reality a world of conflict, scarcity, and suffering. And in doing so, we perpetuate these conditions. But here's the liberating truth. Just as we have imagined these conditions of being, we can imagine them out of existence. The suffering we see in the world is not a fixed, unchangeable reality. It is a shadow, a reflection of humanity's collective assumptions and beliefs. As you awaken to the power of your imagination, as you begin to consciously create your reality, you become a beacon of light in this world. Your own transformation, your own shift from limitation to abundance, from fear to love, has a ripple effect that goes far beyond your individual life. So please keep going, not just for yourself, but for all of humanity. As you persist in assuming the state of your wish fulfilled, As you continue to live from the end, you are contributing to a collective shift in consciousness. You are playing your part in creating a world that reflects the highest and best in all of us. Remember, you're so close to fully realizing your power as a creative being, so close to stepping into the fullness of who you truly are, so close to becoming a conscious co-creator of your reality. Now, let me share with you one more powerful concept that will help you persist in your assumption, that will give you the strength to keep going even when the outer world seems to contradict your desire. It's the concept of the Sabbath. In the biblical tradition, the Sabbath is a day of rest, a day when all work ceases. But in the context of conscious creation, the Sabbath takes on a deeper meaning. It represents a state of mind, a state of complete assurance and peace, knowing that your desire is already fulfilled. You enter the Sabbath when you no longer feel the need to do anything to achieve your desire, when you can completely let go, knowing with absolute certainty that what you've imagined is already done. This is the ultimate act of faith, the purest expression of living in the end. Entering the Sabbath doesn't mean you stop taking inspired action in your daily life. It means you stop striving. You stop trying to make your desire happen through force of will. You simply rest in the knowledge that it is done, allowing the infinite intelligence of your subconscious mind to bring about the manifestation in the most perfect way. This state of Sabbath, of complete rest and assurance, is the most powerful state you can assume. For in this state, you are fully aligned with the creative power of the universe. You are one with the source of all manifestation. So I urge you, enter the Sabbath. Rest from your labors. Know that your desire is already fulfilled. Feel the peace, the joy, the absolute certainty of this knowing. And from this state of complete assurance, watch as your outer world transforms to match your inner conviction. My dear friends, as we draw this discourse to a close, I want to remind you once more, please keep going. You're so close. Closer than you can possibly imagine to the realization of your desires, to the full expression of your true self, to the creation of a life beyond your wildest dreams. Remember, the power is within you. It always has been, and it always will be. Your wonderful human imagination is the very workshop of creation. Use it wisely, use it lovingly, use it persistently. For as you assume, so shall it be. Go forth now with this knowledge burning brightly in your heart. Live from the end, persist in your assumption. Enter the Sabbath of complete assurance, and know with every fiber of your being that your desire is already fulfilled, that you are already the person you wish to be, that you already have everything you seek. For in truth, there is no separation between you and your desire. There never was. The only separation was in your mind, in your assumption. And now that you know the truth, now that you understand the power of your imagination, that separation dissolves. So please keep going. Keep assuming, keep believing, keep living from the end. For you are so close, so incredibly close to the full realization of your power, to the complete manifestation of your desires, to the perfect expression of your true self. And in this realization, in this manifestation, in this expression, you will find not just the fulfillment of your individual desires, but the key to transforming our entire world. For as you change your concept of self, as you assume the state of your wish fulfilled, you become a living example of what's possible. You become a light in the darkness, a beacon of hope and possibility for all who cross your path. So go forth, my dear friends, with this knowledge, with this power, with this responsibility. Keep going, for you are so close. So close to becoming who you truly are. So close to creating the life you desire. So close to changing the world through the power of your imagination. Remember, it is done. It is finished. Your desire is already fulfilled in the realm of pure potential. Your only task now is to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, to live from the end, to enter the Sabbath of complete assurance. Do this, persist in this, and watch as your world transforms before your very eyes. For you are the operant power. You are the creative force. You are the God in action, creating your reality moment by moment through the power of your assumptions. Embrace this truth, live this truth, become this truth. And so, my beloved listeners, I leave you with these final words. Please keep going. You're so close. The fulfillment of your desires, the realization of your dreams, the expression of your true self, it's all right there waiting for you to claim it. Step into it now with faith, with conviction, with the absolute knowing that it is already yours. For in the end, and in the beginning, and in every moment in between, you are the creator of your reality. You are the author of your story. You are the master of your fate. So write boldly, create fearlessly, and live fully from the state of your wish fulfilled. Keep going, for you are so close, so incredibly, wonderfully, miraculously close. The life you desire is not a distant dream, it is your present reality, waiting for you to fully step into it. So step now, leap now. Embrace now the truth of who you are and what you're capable of creating. For in this moment, and in every moment, you are unlimited, unbounded, infinite in your potential. You are the power you seek, the love you desire, the abundance you crave. It's all within you. Always has been, always will be. So please keep going, for you are so close to the full realization of your divine nature, so close to the complete expression of your infinite potential, so close to the perfect manifestation of your heart's deepest desires. Keep going, for in your persistence lies your power. In your assumption lies your achievement. In your imagination lies your infinite potential. You are so close, closer than you've ever been, closer than you can possibly imagine. The fulfillment of your desires is not a distant goal. It is your present reality. Step into it now. Embrace it now. Live from it now. For you are the creator, the created, and the very act of creation itself. In you, all things are possible. Through you, all dreams come true. As you, all desires are fulfilled. So please keep going. You're so close, so incredibly, miraculously, wonderfully close. The life you desire is not waiting for you in some distant future. It is here now, waiting for you to claim it. Claim it now. Live it now. Be it now. For you are so close to the full realization of your power, so close to the complete manifestation of your desires, so close to the perfect expression of your true self. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep assuming. Keep living from the end. For you are so close, so incredibly, unimaginably close. And in this closeness, in this proximity to your fulfilled desire, you will find not just the realization of your individual dreams, but the key to transforming our entire world. For as you step into the fullness of who you truly are, as you fully embody the state of your wish fulfilled, you become a living testament to the power that lies within each and every one of us. So please keep going, for you are so close to becoming the change you wish to see in the world, so close to inspiring others through your own transformation, so close to creating a ripple effect of positive change that will touch countless lives. Remember, the power is within you. It always has been, and it always will be. Your wonderful human imagination is the very workshop of creation. Use it wisely, use it lovingly, use it persistently. For as you assume, so shall it be. Go forth now with this knowledge burning brightly in your heart. Live from the end, persist in your assumption, enter the Sabbath of complete assurance, and know with every fiber of your being that your desire is already fulfilled, that you are already the person you wish to be, that you already have everything you seek. For in truth, there is no separation between you and your desire. There never was. The only separation was in your mind, in your assumption. And now that you know the truth, now that you understand the power of your imagination, that separation dissolves. So please keep going, keep assuming, keep believing, keep living from the end. For you are so close, so incredibly close to the full realization of your power, to the complete manifestation of your desires, to the perfect expression of your true self. And in this realization, in this manifestation, in this expression, you will find not just the fulfillment of your individual desires, but the key to transforming our entire world. For as you change your concept of self, as you assume the state of your wish fulfilled, you become a living example of what's possible. You become a light in the darkness, a beacon of hope and possibility for all who cross your path. So go forth, my dear friends, with this knowledge, with this power, with this responsibility. Keep going, for you are so close to becoming who you truly are, so close to creating the life you desire, so close to changing the world through the power of your imagination.